Welcome to episode 3 of Cox-tales, the podcast where I have conversations over cocktails with friends. Today I'm joined by the wonderfully bearded man called Collin.
Howdy.
Not just the only man called Collin, but actually you are the only man called Collin in my life.
Well,
The only one worth talking to. If there's any Collins listening to this, that sounds really bad.
I feel special.
But no, we're drinking the Cutwater Spirit margaritas because they're really delicious and I had some left over from last time. So we're going to stick with that. But no, first question as always, describe yourself with an event.
With an event?
Yes.
Like...
I went for a women's basketball game. Matt went for a 400-meter hurdles where you fall over and don't quite make it back, but you still finish well. Ashley described herself as a Tuesday night at Sundance.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
There's upsides and downsides to it. Well, there were. It doesn't really exist anymore.
Let's see.
You could go like a bar mitzvah. You could go for a quiet night in. You can go anything.
I will say a concert that's surprisingly good.
So you're not expecting it to be good, but then it turns out to be a
It's
great
like a
one.
low-key concert. You go to it and you're like...
What kind of like arena?
Like a...
An
very
Aggie or something?
Smaller.
Smaller than that?
Just like a lounge almost.
Oh, okay.
You go there, just like a local person, you're like, oh, whatever, live music. And it turns out to be like a really cool show.
That's a good one. I like that answer. I need to think about mine more and like change it because I can't say the same thing for like every podcast.
Well, but at least you're consistent.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, because everyone else's change every time. I said, women's basketball was a good one. I liked mine.
Wait, so why?
Because I think more people should care than they do.
Okay.
And it's surprisingly fun to watch and good to be around, but it has dull moments, but it has good moments.
Very
Matt laughed at I think more people should care than they do.
well.
But everyone thinks that about themselves.
Yeah.
So how have you been?
Good, just work and
How has work been?
cold.
I was going to say you work outside.
Yeah. Very, very cold.
And with metal?
Yeah. It's not, like, today was actually pretty nice. This morning was very cold. I think it was like 8 degrees when we got to work.
I don't think I got out of bed until like 12.
But, and then
Explains my day.
Tuesday, we didn't have work because it was snowing and...
Are you not allowed to work in the snow?
Yeah, we can, but, like, it was snowing with, like, 30-mile-an-hour winds.
You work with metal sheets, right? Like
Yeah.
roofing.
Yeah.
Metal, yeah. Just for people who don't know. That's why you can't work in the cold or when it snows.
It's very not productive when we get to that point.
Is there a point where they have to cut it off for safety?
I mean, our boss...
If it's like really snowy and stuff, like, because equipment doesn't work in the snow or something, or is it always just
most
personal?
of our equipment's, like, handheld power tools. Like, I mean, for the most part, it's, like, drills. Or, like, I mean, like...
Giant staple guns.
No, we don't use those.
Oh.
We don't even use nail guns.
How do you attach them?
With drills, screws.
Oh, so they're all screwed in.
Yeah, and then, like, a mechanical seamer. It's fun. It's just different. Pays well.
I'm guessing winter's not the best time for that job either because it is just cold and you're roofing, so you're always on top. You can never be inside.
Yeah, when we get, like, really cold, we'll go inside and, like, warm up by a heater or something.
Is it normally just you on the site? So you can, like, go inside? Or are you, like, interrupting if you go inside and there's, like, plasterers in there or something?
No, it's, like, different jobs or different areas. Like, we did a job where we were basically the only ones on site.
Oh, okay.
And then the one we're at now, there's a bunch of different trades. And we can go in and, like, just hang out by a heater and not be in anyone's way.
Did you think you were going to do that when you graduated? Like, stay in that kind of work?
Yes and no. I knew I wasn't going to, like, go after, like, a career or, like, a real job. But I also didn't, like, really want to stay in construction. But it's also, like, paying the bills and letting me save, so.
True. Going out of college with a job's nice. I wouldn't know. Still working on that part.
Yeah. Well, the saving's not going well for me.
I mean, I don't even earn enough to pay, let alone save, so thank you, family.
Well, my car just broke down on Tuesday, or Monday night.
Oh, God.
I was going to go skiing, because I had Tuesday off, so I was like, I'll go skiing.
And it broke on the way?
Yeah.
How far did you get?
It was a 41-mile tow back to Fort Collins.
Could have been worse.
Yeah,
where were you going?
I was gonna go up to I was staying in Denver. Gonna stay in Denver on Monday night.
Would you have got like towed to Denver if you were closer?
I was closer to Denver, but like I don't know any auto body shops, and my buddy that I was going down to, he doesn't have a car right now. So I was like, I was gonna pick him up, stay at his place, go up to the mountain.
Did he end up going?
No, he didn't. So.
It's like you don't want to be like, I'm still gonna go, but if you didn't have a ride, you'd have to find someone on very short notice.
I wouldn't have been upset, but
no. Oh, so this is completely random, but you're not a massive user of social media, are you?
Not terribly.
Apart from like the odd post and the lovely mountain and woodwood photos that you post.
Yeah, I like social media. I'm like the weird person that just like sits there and I like scroll through it and I like every picture.
Oh, so you browse more than you post?
Absolutely.
I was thinking you still didn't browse that much.
No.
I haven't sat next to you in a while, I guess.
I do it for the memes.
That's why I always get sent them.
Yeah, I do a lot of that, and then I like seeing cool pictures and.
Do you follow a lot of those Instagrams?
That's like I follow like.
Wait, what do you browse more on, Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram, because I like scroll through it and I follow a lot of like photographers. And I also follow a lot of like woodworkers.
Ooh.
So there's I have a whole like saved collection of like cool woodworking.
It's almost
videos.
like Pinterest, but not.
Yeah.
It's the slightly more masculine Pinterest.
The less work Pinterest.
Yeah, I guess the less self-construction, do-it-yourself version. It's just the finished product of everything, and people have worked hard and they'll put the best picture on.
Yeah, or like there's a company I follow, Black Forest Woodworking. They're in Canada, but they just like post like beautiful woods and like live edge slabs, and like they make. And
you're in construction, so it's just even better for
you. Yeah, but I love like woodworking and just like seeing. I like working with my hands, because like at the end of.
you made something for class as well.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like if you make something, you physically tangibly have that, whereas like if you're working on a computer or like other forms of work, like creative work, it's just like a intangible like idea.
So what do you think about photos then? Because you can't. I mean, you can physically hold them, but it's not like the same. But you still put a lot of work into.
Yeah. See, I take pictures too. And I like pictures, but it doesn't have the same, like...
gratification.
Yeah. Like,
I'm proud of that word. Came from nowhere.
There's something so, like, especially, like, working on the roof. Like, you see how much you've done, you know?
The roof.
I say it weird. I know.
I swear, no, it's like...
Everyone
I think it's like northern people in England, you just go, roof. Work on the roof.
Yeah. But, like, at the end of the day, you look up and you're like, well, we did about half today, you know?
True, that is not, like, you can physically see how far you've come and what you've done.
Or, like, when I frame, it's like, you see, like, all right, we got, like, most of the walls up, you know?
Yeah. Is it... Do you like it because you can see, like, an end in sight as well? Or is that never part of it?
I would say, unlike some jobs, that's positive. Where you're like,
well, yeah, it's a positive in yours. Like, I'm proud of this finish. Like, we know when we're gonna get done.
When like you look at it, like, come on, like let's get it over. And then other times, like you don't even think about it.
When it's not like you're never really restricted by anything apart from like yourselves or weather, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you know how quick you can work. You know, it's not like you're writing a paper, you get distracted by being on your phone.
Exactly. So, like, this job we've been working on for, like, 2 months, and it's huge. Like, they have over...
You've been working there for 2 months?
They have over a mile of metal panels on the roof. And they're, like, almost 20-inch wide.
It's like a corporate building or something?
It's a welcome center for a new housing community.
Jeez. Over a mile?
So
what's a mile in square feet?
In square feet? I have no idea.
I'm just trying to think, like, how big of a house is that, like, footprint? Because it's not just going to be a mile long.
No. I'd like I'll say the roof space of 3 of these houses.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not the square footage inside.
Yeah, but just like the one floor, put a roof on it.
Yeah, and because the roof's pretty cut up, there's like, I don't know, it's
Is
really
there like
cool.
higher sections and lower sections and stuff? That is, yeah. See, I wouldn't mind a job like that where you can see it, but I was gonna say I don't want to do physical labor. I probably don't want to do physical labor, and you don't really go into it later in life either. You kind of start out as it.
Well, I don't want to do it, but until I'm like save up enough to.
But like, there isn't really anything else. I guess making stuff. You've got the physical building where you're told what to make, or you can go and make stuff. They're kind of the only ones where you get a physical end product.
Yeah, but I mean, I said like I do like that a lot, but I also realize like I don't want to do construction for the rest of my life.
No, but it's not you're not overly busy or worked.
No,
it's still a good balance that you have.
It is,
and it's good money for what you have.
Normally, like a 6:30 to 7 till 3:30 to 4.
And you're not stuck behind a desk. You just get more of your day because you're up early as well.
Yeah, I do like that.
That's why I like getting up early still.
Yeah, you have so much more of a day.
Like you could, if you work for an hour between 6 and 7, you probably get way more done than you do at any point in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're also have the rest of your day. You're already up before everyone else, and then you can go out. You can go for breakfast because you have time to do that because you're awake. Do you have screen time on your phone?
I think so.
Does it tell you every week how much time you've spent on your phone?
Like the average, like the daily average? Yeah. I think I'm at like 3.
Oh, God. You make me feel bad.
3.5 hours.
I was going to say, because mine's always roughly around 6, above or below. But I know a lot of mine's because I sit and watch YouTube videos on my phone.
Yeah.
Which goes up. But one of the things I'm trying this year is to stop just aimlessly browsing through Twitter, Instagram. Yeah. I don't really do it on Snapchat anymore. I've gone over that.
I almost don't even use it.
I used to be the person, you sat next to me in class, I'd skip through every story because I hate having notifications.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're not notifications, I hate seeing them. And now especially now you can't see like all of them.
Yeah.
I just don't care. And even on Instagram now, I don't care that if they're there. I've now picked the ones I want to watch.
I'm at the same spot.
So I'm better at that already, but I still just spent hours just aimlessly scrolling through when I don't need it. It's just like, what have I... And then it tells you, then the reading was like, what have I done with my life at the moment? I mean, I don't have much to do with my life at the moment, but it makes me feel so bad. And I want to get to the more of just posting, finding a couple of cool things, like looking at them, and then not using it apart from that. Yeah. It's one of the things that I want to... I'm not going to say resolution, quote unquote, but it's one of the things I'm trying to get better at this year. I hate the term resolution. If you're going to change something, change it now. Don't wait for January the 1st.
Is that an American thing?
What, resolutions?
Yeah.
No, it's worldwide. But I just hate the fact... Someone once said to me, I was like, why are you waiting until January to do that? I was like, it's a good point.
Yeah.
There is no reason apart from it's just... It makes people feel better that they can indulge until that point. But if you really want to lose weight, start 2 weeks earlier. You'll be 2 weeks ahead.
And it's 2 weeks of like a gym that's pretty empty.
Well, yes, for that reason as well. Actually, but like if you want to go learn something, don't wait. Like don't give yourself a deadline of when you want to do it by, and then start doing it. Because I have so many things I want to do this year. Like I set physical goals, but I set goals for 2019, but only because I set 3 to make before I hit 2019, and then these ones like followed on, so they're kind of like resolution ones because I didn't start like looking at them toward 2019, but I was already working on other ones. I didn't wait until I started in November.
Yeah, it's like a compound growing goal.
Like it's, I mean, I started trying more things in January, but one, I was alone over Christmas, so trying new things, I was by myself. I was just, I was bored as hell. That's like one of my things. I don't want to stay in the same comfort zone I am. I want to force myself out and try new things. Because I realised I never tried a banana by itself.
What?
Yes. Because I always said, no, I didn't like it. Never tried it. But as like the kid, when you don't want to try something, you're like, no, I've tried it, I don't like it. Don't.
Yeah.
I've done that with so many foods throughout my life. that I'm now like, I've never tried blackberries, never tried blueberries by themselves. I tried blueberries now, I tried them the other day.
Blackberries are my favorite, dude.
Like, I never tried shrimp, I've never tried mussels, I've never tried... I think I've tried salmon, like, once, but, like, way back in the day, and I know my taste is different now. Yeah. So I've got this whole list of things, I'm just like, I'm now not basically allowed to say no if someone offers something to me that I haven't tried.
That's a good way to live.
Well, it's just like, what's the point of me saying no?
Well,
I get nothing out of it.
Especially like food related, if you're not allergic or...
Well, no, food's a tricky one though. Because like, I want to go try sushi, but I'm not going to go by myself because I'm not going to go waste $12 on sushi if I know I don't like it. Like, you need to go somewhere that does sushi and something else and have someone else order sushi and like try one of theirs. Because otherwise you waste a bunch of money. So I tried shrimp the other night because we were at the Chinese. My brother had shrimp and pork and I tried one of his shrimp. Like, I don't want to go and buy $15 worth of salmon if I'm not going to eat it. So it's harder. So it's kind of like you have to be offered things like to try. But my brother came back from the shop. Sister was like, I almost bought you some really random fruit. Like, he was like, I almost bought you a star fruit. I almost was like, yeah, that's why I don't want to do it. Cause don't go buy wasting like money and stuff. But yeah, it's like so many things that I've just said no to over the years because I didn't want to try and I wanted to be comfortable. Yeah. What's the point?
See, like, I worked in a restaurant back in high school for, like, 6 months. And I wouldn't say a picky eater before, but, like, there was, like, certain things I didn't like. Like, I didn't like tomatoes, and I didn't like mushrooms and onions.
I'm still not sure about whole slices of tomato.
But after working there as an Italian restaurant, and there's, like, a higher-end one.
Yeah. So you know it's going to be nice, you know it's going to be fresher.
So... they wouldn't give me, like, a meal for my shift, but, like, I could eat some of, like, the toppings for, like, pizza, and, like, basically, if I asked, they were, like, usually say yes for, like, the raw toppings, so, like, raw mushrooms, and, like, raw cherry...
I've never done raw mushrooms.
Like, cherry tomatoes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I got to a point where I was just, like, hungry, so I was like, all right, I'll just slap back here and eat it.
It's almost like you lose out on enjoyment. I know it's not that serious, but it's like that because you just don't, you look at a menu and half the things are crossed off. No, I don't like this, or I have to remove 4 things, there's no point having it. And I just don't want to, there's going to be things I still don't like, I'm sure, when I try them. Yeah. But I don't want to get to that point where it's like, half the menu's already cancelled out. I want to try things. And not just foods, I have other things on there. Like, I want to go hike a 14er. I want to go try a martial art this year because I thought I always wanted to be able to fight. I was like, why haven't I? Just haven't gone to.
Pretty cool.
Well, it's like a bunch of stuff that was like, did you see my tweets with Nick?
Yeah.
I tweeted out. So I was like, not a bucket list, but smaller. So he was like, so like a cup list or a shot list. And it's basically, yes. I want things that aren't, I don't want to like, I want to build my dream house or I want to own 14 cars. Yeah, I want to do that, but that's not the list I'm working on this year. I want to go do the small stuff. So I want to go try martial art. I want to learn a new trick on the trampoline. I want to go hike a 14er. Do stuff that I can financially do, that I'm able to do at this point in my life. And just do new things, because otherwise life's boring. I've done nothing. I've never been on spring break. I didn't go on a spring break in college. That's how dull my life was. I didn't, it wasn't because I didn't try, but I didn't have the money to. And it's just like, I haven't done anything. What am I doing with my life? I'm a 23-year-old guy who's never didn't go on spring break, didn't do anything for 4 years at college.
I'm trying to remember if I went I went freshman year. We went to Arizona.
But even that, I could have gone with my roommate and it would have been really cheap.
Yeah.
But I was just like, well, at that point I was on track, so I didn't want to. But it was just like, I've never just gone and done something.
Yeah.
So if anyone's listening and wants to do some crazy stuff that's financially viable, I can't say no at the moment, basically. I'm the film Yes Man, yeah. Within reason. I don't want to try 18 different foods in one day, but if I'm out for dinner and I haven't ever tried lobster, never tried lobster, or crab.
You never tried crab? Oh, man.
No one in my family, bar my brother, really likes seafood. So in England, we never really went to seafood places.
Okay.
And at that age, I wasn't going to try new stuff. Yeah. And then, Colorado's a landlocked state. It's not the freshest crab and everything. If I wanted, I probably would try sushi here, but really I want to go try it in California or Tokyo or somewhere where I know it's coming that day, and it's probably the best.
There's a lot of places in Colorado that get their like
daily
seafood, not daily, but like every other day. So I mean, it's still very fresh.
I was gonna say it's not gonna be bad, but I mean, Colorado's not known for the seafood particularly.
No. We got Rocky Mountain oysters.
They're not gonna. If someone orders one when I'm there, I will probably try it.
They're not bad.
I'm not gonna eat them.
It's like a chewy chicken nugget.
Explain what they are for people who don't know.
Rocky Mountain oysters are like a Colorado delicacy. And it's just a deep fried bull testicle.
I like how you looked at the laptop like as if that's the thing that's recording you, and you've got a mic on you and it's going into my phone, not even the laptop.
It was more like looking at the people.
The people are the laptop. The laptop is the people. Do you have any resolutions, quote unquote? I don't feel like you're the resolution type of guy.
Not really. This is just like timing wise. I joined a climbing gym.
Ooh. As in like a climbing wall, or like a gym that's specifically based around climbers.
Both.
Have you seen that? You can carry on, but there's next to Fly High.
That's
the one you joined.
So they're not quite open yet. I joined in December.
They're very close because there was a guy in there last night because I was at Fly High.
Yeah,
who have got a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah, they're very, very close to opening.
It's a big ass climbing.
I know. I'm so excited. It's one of the biggest in northern Colorado.
I mean, they've got the massive one, and then they've got like a whole length of it as a bouldering wall as well.
Yeah,
like on the parallel to it.
So, and my office is like a quarter-mile away.
So you just go after work.
So after work, just head over.
I don't want you to be busy because you're still before normal people's work ends.
Exactly. So I'll get I'll get like
so
an hour
nice.
hour and a half before everyone else comes, and then at that time, like I'll be done climbing. But I could go. They have a full gym too. So I can go work out too.
Where's that?
It's in there too.
I was gonna say
it's on the south side, so like towards the parking lot. There's a little glass area.
Like at the end, or like in the middle of like the bouldering type thing.
I think it's kind of in the middle. It's not even down in the pit with the climbing stuff. It's up on like the mezzanine level.
I haven't seen that. I mean, I haven't been through that. I've looked through the window at Fly High, and they've got a bunch of stuff because they're building it.
Yeah.
So they recently built the children's ball pit area. Next to that, they're building like a mini Ninja Warrior course. One of their foam pits half their foam pit's now been taken up by a super tramp that they put in yesterday.
Cool.
So they've got a wall and a platform you can jump off, and they're trying to get a air track in. Really? So like their main trampoline area, they're going to tear up like a quarter of it, or not quite a quarter, but like one of the corners, take the trampolines out and put an air track in, so you can like properly tumble and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
I was there last night because it was half price, and I went by myself and just wanted to flip, and they had a party that didn't turn up, ordered like 6 pizzas that arrived, and they didn't turn up. They had everything set up for them. They didn't turn up, so all the guys were they had so many people working, so I think they were expecting the party. So they were just like rotating one by one. I was just talking to them, flipping around with them. They were trying on the super tramp because it just got installed that day.
Oh, cool.
And it's not open to everyone, so it's just like, I can't wait to go back.
Have you met Keenan? No.
Maybe? Who's Keenan?
Connor Mearsman, right? You know Connor?
Do I?
I'm pretty sure you know Connor Mearsman.
I'm terrible.
He's
with
one
names.
of like my.
I'm
friends.
terrible with names.
So his little sister's boyfriend. I'm pretty sure he's like a manager.
Ooh. He might have been there last night.
Curly hair.
Don't know, but they did. They smacked on Post Malone and bumped it up, like because it was no one. They weren't letting any other people in. Everyone was there. Was over 18. So explicit music just bumped up. Everyone trying around. There was people trying the 3 bounce challenge to go the whole length of the trampolines in 3 bounce, and then you get a free entry like next time and stuff. There was like an ex-diver there who was trying to teach me how to spin properly. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. I think I'm gonna go more on Tuesday nights.
Was that like half price night?
It's half price, like all day Tuesday pretty much, and late at night, they're just chilling because there's nothing going on and there's just less people.
All the kids are.
It's open till 10. I turned up at like 7:30, paid for the 2 hours, got until close because they don't care because there's no one there. Yeah. And I just got to flip around. Like I think I'm gonna try and go most Tuesdays just because it's a hell of a workout.
Yeah.
And it's just fun, and there's a list of stuff that I want to get better at on the trampoline, so it's just like, I need to go and learn, so why not? Half price night, go get some exercise. don't generally work on Tuesdays, so it doesn't matter if I'm... I mean, 10's not late, but... I want to go more. And they gave me some free passes, so I have some of them to use because I'm poor. I didn't tell them. That's not why I got them, but I did get them. I just really want the Super Tramp open.
Did you get a jump on it? Or?
No. So they only installed it that day. And I got told various things by different people. One said it was going to be open Friday. One said it was going to be like in a month. And one said a couple of weeks.
So anywhere in between that?
Yeah. And the Ninja Warrior course is close to open. I know the air track's not coming for a while, but the other stuff... I mean, the Ninja Warrior, it's a really small one, but I still want to just try it and mess around on it. Because they got rid of one of the dodgeball things, one dodgeball thing is fine. Because if there's kids in there, the adults aren't going to come. And late at night, no kids are there, so the adults can just play. Because I've made a lot of children leave crying. I think like 3 that I've hit in the head with dodgeballs.
Like, how old children?
Youngest has got to be like 9 or 10.
So you're just like bullying your little kids.
Well, that was like, if you come in and throw a ball at me in a dodgeball cage, you're consenting that I'm going to throw them back. Like, if you're in there, you're throwing them at me, like, trying to hit me and stuff, I'm going to throw them back. I don't care if I hit you. I'm aiming to hit you.
Yeah.
Especially when they come up, like, right to the line and when you're really close and throwing them at you. Like, yeah, sure, throw it at me. I'm going to throw them back. Like, I don't care. Except there was this one kid, had a cannon of an arm, pelted me. First 2 throws, square in the face. I just turned around, I was like, you're a quarterback, aren't you? He's like, yeah, and a pitcher. I was like, I hate you. Like, first 2 throws, like, you've got an arm that knows where it's throwing for someone your age. Like, you're too good. Didn't like him.
It happens.
He was a hell of a thrower, though. First one's straight in the face. I mean, they're not hard balls, but you still get hit in the face with a squishy ball.
Yeah, it's never fun to get hit in the face.
No, but it's fun when you hit them. And you make children leave crying. I sound so sadistic. I do hate people, though, so it makes sense,
Nothing
really.
wrong with it.
Oh, God. The heating's just turned on. I'm not cold, but sure.
Well, it's supposed to snow tonight.
Is it?
Yeah.
Again? More than last time? Because last time, like, snowed for an hour, and then it got an inch, and then it, like, didn't snow anymore.
Yeah, no, it's not supposed to be that much, but...
I'm still waiting. My mum's coming out in, like... a month, less than a month now, probably closer to 3 weeks. She's like, I want to go see snow because there isn't any here yet. He's like, we'll take you to see some snow.
Well, you could go up to Red Feather.
We're looking at a place, or well, we're trying to find a place, but we wanted to like go somewhere near skiing, but it's way too expensive for Airbnbs.
Yeah.
So either Esther's or Red Feather or somewhere near enough to snow or in snow that you're near enough to like either a ski resort or a mountain town or something.
Yeah. Well, Red Feather had snow. I was up there like 2 weeks ago. That was pretty creepy.
I don't think the mics will pick that up. My sister-in-law just laughed from downstairs. It just carried all the way up here.
It sounded like it went through the vents.
That would be even creepier.
And I got it through that, so like I was.
I don't think it came through the vents, but that would be creepy.
But yeah, Red Feather had when we were up there, it had like 6 or 8 inches of snow.
Like then, or like just had them in general?
At that moment, it had 6 to 8 up.
That's why. I mean, we're gonna get dumped on at some point. Like everywhere else has had snow in Colorado, except Fort Collins, basically now.
Pretty much.
I don't know why we get the least, but I'm not sad about it. I like snow, and I love it when it's snowy. When it's not snowy anymore and it turns to slush and the ice, that's when it sucks.
Just annoying and wet.
Because if it's still powder on the ground and like you can see people's footprints and like the paths are trodden down and roads are clear, don't mind that. It's when you start walking in ice and water, that's the shitty part.
Yeah, at work it sucks when it's just like wet and slushy because then everything gets muddy and dirty and...
Yeah, how do you... Do you have to make sure what you put on is clean?
Eventually it'll clean off.
True. Is it like special treated metal?
Yeah, so it has like a painted finish.
Oh.
So there's like different colors and...
So fancy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a metal sheet, but fancy. It's a fancy metal sheet.
It is a fancy metal sheet.
Oh. I don't know why I wrote this down. I wanted to talk to you about conspiracies and aliens.
Ooh.
Because I know we can go off on this.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to start with? Conspiracies or aliens?
Well, aliens. Yes, there's aliens. It's not even an opinion.
There's a more specific question, but which one do you want to start with?
Let's go with aliens.
What do you think is out there in terms of space life and aliens?
Like specifically, like a higher intelligence, or like.
Yeah, what do you think is that? How many types of things do you think here are? Where, like, kind of, do you think they are?
You never know. Like, I think it was in Men in Black.
Oh, yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know which part, but I know Men in Black.
It's like, I think just
like... Bad Boys 3 is being filmed. Just
I know, I saw that.
I'm so excited about that.
But...
Bad Boys for Life with a 3
At the end of one of the movies, I think, it shows, like, right before it goes to credits, it shows, like, it zooms out to, like, the galaxy, and then, like, zooms out again. It zooms out again.
Must be one or two.
But then, like, it eventually gets to a point where it's just, like, it looks like a marble. And then it zooms out again, and it shows, like, a group of aliens playing with these marbles. And, like, that's crazy to think about. Like, what if that's all it is? Like, we're just, like, a little marble.
And when we get hit, it causes an earthquake. People playing marbles, and when they hit ours, it's an earthquake.
Yeah, something like that.
That just makes you think, like, Matrix stuff, though.
But, so, I mean, there could be, like, that, or there could be aliens that are just, like, waiting for us to get more intelligent, where we're not, like, fighting.
They don't want to talk to us. We're like 2-year-olds who can't talk.
Well, I mean, like,
play with us.
Our entire species is, like, fighting on the verge of war, you know? And they're just like, we'll wait, see if they figure it out.
That's the one thing that is always consistent about, like, any films that are made with aliens that come to talk to us. Like, why the hell are you always killing each other? You're so violent. Like, I mean, every single film says that.
Well, I mean, are they wrong?
No, but it's funny that that's the thing that everyone imagines aliens are just not coming here because we're just killing each other.
Or they're coming here to kill us. There's, like, no in between.
Ooh, Illuminati.
Confirmed.
Oh god, we made the game called Illuminati Confirmed.
Yeah, the beer pong game.
Yep. So yeah, what types of aliens do you think? Do you think higher intelligence? Do you just think we haven't found them, they haven't found us?
Yeah.
Do you think they're watching us?
I think if the, like, higher intelligence thing is true, they're probably just watching us. Like, maybe not, like, watching us, but they know we're here, you know? Or...
Do you think if they made content, though, it'd be kept secret?
I mean,
Because they are that much more advanced, and as humans, we're terrified of anything that is better than us. So we don't want to tell the public about it because there'd be outcry, uproar, like, go kill them all, but we can't, and everyone's terrified of it, like, kind of thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, there's Area 51, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what's in there, but...
You know the book in National Treasure? That has, like, every
the president's book? Yeah.
If that's real, I presume there is a president's book. I don't know if it has, like, those kind of secrets in it. If it has those secrets in it, God, I'd love to. I don't want to read it. Someone can read it to me. But God, I want to know what's in that if it's like that.
That would be pretty great.
Because, like, they say, oh, like, you know what, like, they have what happened to Lincoln in Area 51 in their narrative. Yeah. If it is that kind of stuff, that'd be so cool.
Or, like, Interstellar.
Haven't seen it.
Dude, that's one of those...
Has that got it in it? Or a version of that book in it?
No. But it has a form of alien species that...
That is not the type of film that I'd expect to have aliens in.
It's a very, like...
minuscule part.
Kind of, but it's just... I don't know. That's one of, like, a top 5 movie for me. I watch it and I set aside the evening to, like, let my mind be blown.
It's always, like, a question that people say, like, when you start talking to people, it's like, like, top 5 bands, I could probably give you a decent list. Top 5 films, or I have no idea.
Yeah.
Because I get bored. Well, if I watch them too many times, I can't... Because everyone's like, I've seen this thing like 50 times. I probably haven't seen a single film all the way through more than, like, 6 times. And that's probably because I watched them as a kid. Maybe as a kid, I don't remember. Like, my younger brother watched 101 Dalmatians like 6 times in a day.
Yeah.
But, like, Lion King's probably one of the films I've watched through fully, or Mulan, like, the most.
Yeah.
Because I know I've watched them a couple of times as an adult, and I must have watched them a couple of times as a kid. But like, one of my favourite films still is Avatar. Or as my old roommate used to call it, Pocahontas. It's basically the same,
blue
as he
people
points out. But I've, all the way through, maybe 4 times. Actually, no, I saw it twice in cinema, so it must be at least 5 times. But like, I love the Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, all of those. Most I've seen any single one of them all the way through, probably like 6 times.
Yeah, I'm not like trying to think of movies I've seen that many times.
Like, I've probably seen Transformers quite a few times, multiple of them. Some of the Harry Potters, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, maybe like the first Die Hard, or Die Hard 4. I've probably seen those 2 the most.
Yeah.
Disney films, because they're shorter.
Yeah, they're not like 2-hour affairs.
I had the one in my head that I just forgot before I said Transformers. Because I have films that I like at the time, like King Arthur.
Have you seen
2004 version or whatever?
Yeah. Have you seen Gladiator?
Yes.
That's another one that's up there for me.
That is a great film.
And it's like...
but again, I never watch it all the way through.
Really?
I mean, if I choose to watch it, but I never... Yeah. I've seen so many parts of it. Like, I've seen Braveheart in parts. A lot of times I go back and watch the battle scenes because they're hilarious when the Scots pull up their kilts and shake their asses. But apart from, like, all the way through, probably only seen it like 3 times. But I love the film, but I just can't watch the same thing over and over because I just get... If I know what's happening, it's not fun.
You almost want to forget like just enough about the movie. You know what's going to happen at the end.
Well, that's only for films though. Because I can watch Friends over and over, but I don't pay attention to it when I'm watching it. And I just quote it randomly and I enjoy the jokes.
It's a background noise type thing.
Yeah. Like, I don't remember all the jokes. I remember some of them, and then it's just on... You don't have to pay... I can be on my phone while watching it. When I watch a film, I want to watch it. Like, when I sit down to watch something, I don't want to... I catch myself on my phone like, no, I don't want to do this. Like, if it's something I haven't seen yet, I put it down.
Well, a good example, have you seen A Star is Born?
No, but it's on my list.
The new one. Very good. I bought it, the digital copy, because I went and saw it twice in the theaters. It was amazing. And I watched it, when I bought it, Nick and Cole were at home.
So you watched it with them and they were getting distracted?
Well, no, because they hadn't seen it yet. So they were like, oh, let's watch it, you know? Like, we heard you talk so great about it. So we watched it. But I bought it because I wanted, like, me and Emma to watch it.
Yeah.
So then the next day, I went and hung out with Emma, and we watched it, and I fell asleep, like, halfway through, because I was just like, I knew what was happening. I literally watched it the day before.
That's why I like epic films where they have, like, epic battles and stuff, like, things in Bad Boys that happen, things in Avatar that happen. I want to watch them, so I don't want to watch them that many times where I can get bored of them.
Yeah.
So watching them over and over, it just doesn't work for me. And Matt watches The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings every single year. Once a year, maybe I could do.
Yeah, once a year.
But I don't have that commitment. Fellowship's been on there for ages, and I fucking hate Frodo, so I can't watch Lord of the Rings. Hobbit, I could probably watch through quite happily, all 3 of them. Frodo, I hate. Might be one of my most hated film characters.
He is just, like, drag me along and, like...
I don't know if he's that way in the books, and I think he is somewhat.
I can't tell you.
But, yeah, I kind of need Matt for that one. But I fucking hate Frodo.
He's a, like, drag me along, take care of me. He's almost like a Harry Potter character.
Oh, I hate Harry in the first... Actually, I kind of hate him in all the films.
Yeah.
In the books, don't mind him.
In the books, he's better.
It's partly because they're bad actors, they're children, and they kind of go that. But in the books, Hermione you hate in the first one.
Yeah.
Because we're listening through them. So my brother went through, we just finished 7, and then we've listened to 1, and we're now on 2. Hermione in the first book. Like, listen to like, the audiobook. God, she's annoying.
Yeah.
We're just like, that's our sister. She's so bad. And like now, like Gilderoy Lockhart in number 2. We just sat there like, he's a dickhead. He's so bad. Yeah. But it's funny because it's the book. And they use some great adjectives. I say they. She uses some great adjectives. I can't remember any of them, but...
Have you ever read the Air Gun series?
No.
Oh, dude,
I've only seen the first film, which probably is nothing like the book.
Well, they only made one film.
I know, and I'm pissed I didn't make the more because I love the first one.
You liked it?
Yeah!
Oh,
it's
dude.
so cheesy.
It's so bad.
It's like, if they made it today, I feel like it would be on the similar level of Aquaman. It's like, they just endorse the cheese and accept it. It's like, this is who we are. But it was never that mainstream enough and probably wasn't promoted enough to, like, kind of get that kind of response.
It was, like, to the point, like, Christopher Paolini, the author, has, like, outright said, like, he hates it and, like, can't stand it. And, like, I was, like, the worst decision he's ever made, like, is letting them take that movie and adaptation to his book.
It was literally on the TV the other day, so I know I watched like the last half of it. Dude. And I'm remembering the last fight scene.
Well, it's so bad. And like the books are Aragon, I think the first one is like 400 pages. And you could probably fit a normal 400-page book in one movie.
I'm trying to think what the first Harry Potter is. I'll look it up.
Yeah, the first Harry Potter is probably like 280.
What's the first one called?
The Sorcerer's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, we're going the British version.
I don't understand why she changed the name to come here. I know philosopher for you would think like Socrates and stuff.
Yeah, that's probably why.
But it's her. It's like, why change it?
Well, that's probably marketing research they did.
Probably.
That were like
223 in the UK edition.
It's a smaller book.
223 in the UK edition. 332 in the 2014 UK edition.
She add a whole new story?
But 309 in the US edition. 336 for the 2013 US edition.
Huh.
Another 109 pages.
Double spacing.
But like the original UK, 223. Original US, 309. Still 80 more pages.
The type of printing. Maybe the US book is like thicker.
Or smaller page size, possibly.
Yeah.
The UK, I'm adding 109. I don't know what's in the 2014 UK edition then.
Yeah, it's probably like a small paperback edition.
Maybe they made books smaller. That'd make more sense because she kind of added. Like, you don't get deleted chapters from books or deleted scenes.
Yeah, there's no extended endings or...
No. So the first one's 400 pages gone.
Oh, but, like, that book... Like, there's so many different things that happen that it's... I heard talk on Twitter, some form of the internet, that was Christopher Paolini was, like, trying to get Netflix to do miniseries.
On the books?
On the books. And it'd be like a multi-part miniseries for
So it'd be like a 3 or 4 part series for each book.
And it like and these
that's probably a great way to move your book. If you've got a series of books, to move it into cinematic form or TV form, I feel like that more people should do that.
Well, and keep the integrity of the book.
Well, yeah, because you can add more in.
Yeah,
keep more in, I guess, not add.
I mean, look at Game of Thrones. Imagine if they made movies for Game of Thrones.
I mean, it's what they did with Harry Potter.
Yeah, they did.
I've got all the pages up now. So it goes 223 for the first, 251 for the second, 317, 636, 766, 607, 607.
Yeah.
It's weird that they're the same. But, like, the fifth book, or the fifth film...
What is that? The
Order of the Phoenix.
Order of Phoenix.
Third is Prisoner of Azkaban. Sorry. It's the third smallest. That one, I know they do miss a lot out, but I don't think they miss out a lot of important stuff.
Yeah.
Sixth one, I know they miss out a lot of important stuff. And yet they didn't make it 2 parts, because they just wanted the final one to be 2 parts.
Yeah.
But, like... you still get the story from that, but if that was a series, it was like, so did you know, I'm guessing you've seen Shooter the film.
Yeah.
It's a book series.
I did not know that.
So because the series is now on Netflix.
Okay.
So I watched the first series and I stopped because I'm terrible with series. But I finished the first series and it's basically the first film.
Okay.
But in more detail because they have time. Maybe not necessarily true to the book, but they just add stuff in because it's a series. Yeah. But so there are now like series 3 of things come out on Netflix and stuff. But like that's a film that no one. I mean, those are the ones you don't know about. But it's like I was like, should they really put that as a thing? Another one's like, I don't know if Limitless is a book.
I don't know.
But I know it's the
Netflix
series, and I think there's multiple seasons of it. Well, like, if you did that, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think now what series.
And so with that, like, inheritance cycle, the Christopher Paolini books versus Harry Potter, I think the difference with those is Harry Potter is all centered around Hogwarts. So essentially you have...
I mean around Harry, but yeah.
Well...
Because the 7th one's not around Hogwarts.
But for... Alright.
Around the magical world in England.
We'll say 5 books. It's centered around Hogwarts. Yeah. 5 whole books. Whereas, like, the inheritance cycle is literally over the entire continent of, like, something...
And, like, it's each one's a different person.
Well, no, it's so...
Because Eragon's the guy, isn't he?
Eragon's, like, the main character.
Is he in all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the way he writes it is, like, throughout most of the first one, you follow Eragon, and then once you start getting invested in more characters,
you can go off on side stories.
Each chapter will change between, like, important characters.
I feel like that's kind of like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Because, like, you're not always following Frodo.
Yeah.
You go to... Well, especially when they're split up.
Yeah.
You go to Gandalf. You go to Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli. You go to Merry and Pippin. And sometimes you go to Sauron or...
Yeah, or, like, another side character.
Yeah.
And so that's how it is. And it's written very well. But you follow Eragon on a journey throughout...
So is it Aragorn then? Eragon.
Yeah.
I knew you meant that.
So you follow him through a journey, like, the entire continent, and, like, there's so many different, like, battles that he has and, like, important key things that happen that in one 2-hour movie probably can't all be, like, smashed
Well, no, that makes me think of Game of Thrones. Like, you could, over a series, you want probably at least 2 big things to happen. You kind of want something in the middle that sets up the big fight that's going to happen at the end, at least. Which is roughly how Game of Thrones goes. But the big battles... Actually, they don't put the battles at the end, generally. Like, the first couple of seasons, the battles were, like, 2 or 3 episodes before the end, and then something would happen after the battle.
And, like, just get you on your toes for the next one.
They'd leave you on a massive cliffhanger, but it wasn't a battle. The last one, I guess, was a battle, because it was... The ice dragon just, like, woke up and stuff, and that just happened.
Yeah. See, I'm not up to date on Game of Thrones.
Did I just ruin it for you?
No. I've seen enough. Like, I know what happens, but I haven't watched all the way through.
On purpose, or just haven't got around to it?
I struggle with Game of Thrones because I've watched the first 3 seasons, like, 4 times.
See, I haven't rewatched any of it.
But I haven't gotten
So the
past
teaser
that.
trailers for me are great.
Yeah.
Because I don't generally
Like,
remember what happens, so yeah. Like, because did that ever happen here where they put out, like, episode 0 of series, which is basically a recap of the entire last series?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it doesn't generally get aired, but like, you can go online and watch episode 0 to, like, re-inform yourself. That helps me so much Game of Thrones, because I've never rewatched any of it.
They're on on Netflix too. They usually do that, like...
No, yeah, the previously, they actually make it like a 2-minute actual recap that's worth it. No, yeah, I'm excited for that. Are you not going to catch up before?
I'm going to try, I guess.
What are you eating?
He's got his toy.
Yeah, but that was like he was eating something. The dog has made an appearance again for people who can't tell. That's who we're talking about. Oh, he has. He's ripped it open. Hang on. I'm going to hopefully stay on mic as I walk over here and try and take this away from him. He's had this for a very long time and hasn't managed to make a hole in it until now.
Do you need another drink? I was going to go grab one.
Ooh. You can grab the Palomas. The 2 Palomas. Yeah. And while Collin is gone, I will explain. Actually, I can't even remember what this brand is. I think it's called, like, Tough Toys or something.
Do you want me to take that downstairs, or...?
No, but he might follow you down.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm going to talk about you, Gun, but I'm going to keep talking regardless. He's really just torn a hole straight through this toy. damn. He's had this for so long. And he likes eating things, apparently. He eats socks when you leave them out and shoes. So I always have to tell people to keep them out of his reach when they're here. He's really just torn through this. I'm really surprised. It's the first toy by this brand that he's actually managed to tear through. I'm kind of impressed, but also kind of sad at the same time. Huh. I mean, I'll try and keep this away from him because I don't want to eat him. The stuffing. Yeah, it's the first toy made by them that he's managed to tear through. We have multiple by them, and it's the first one that he's actually got through. And I'm kind of impressed. Kind of sad by it, but kind of impressed.
How long did it last?
That one's probably the most recent by that, but he loved that one when he got it. Like, but if he sits down and chews on something, he kind of just chews until he gets
breaks.
through, yeah.
Dogs are dogs.
They are. Like, he has a fake, like, puppuccino downstairs that the stuffing's completely gone. He has a Triceratops where the stuffing is completely gone. Like, the Triceratops doesn't have a butt. The stuffing's gone, it has no butt, because he just ate it completely. It's a 7% Paloma cocktail.
These
Grapefruit.
are only 7%.
No, they are less. They are delicious, though. Good second drink, I think.
Yeah.
God. How did we get from Game of Thrones? We got there by aliens. We were talking about aliens.
I don't know how we jumped there.
I mean, conversations just go. That's why I like podcasts.
Yeah.
Just talking to people and recording it, because you just get through a ridiculous amount of things. But coming back to, I mean, there isn't a topic because it's a podcast. But we'll go to conspiracies now.
There's some good ones.
Do you believe in any of them?
I'd say the one I believe in most would be the Mandela effect.
I don't think I know that one.
Okay.
But then it was like, if you don't believe any, which one is the most believable?
So I don't know if I necessarily believe it.
I will Google it at the same time you're explaining.
But
God, how do you spell his name? Is it Mandela? Mendela?
I think it's Mandela.
Aha, Mandela effect. Is this all the people that died like after him?
Well, no. So the concept of it is when Nelson Mandela died in 2000.
I don't know.
2000 something, I believe. A lot of people were like, "Oh, when I say a lot, there was like almost a majority of the population that was like, didn't he already die?" And like could have sworn that he already died. And have no idea where this recollection or memory came from. And
I'm reading it now.
yeah. And so it's like an idea that and I may be getting this wrong, but a general idea of in a different universe, this thing happens. So like.
So from what I've quickly read over, it's like, yeah, it's like an alternate reality, like you've already been through this kind of thing.
So like for the Nelson
a big
Mandela,
deja vu.
Yeah, big deja vu. Like with the Nelson Mandela, people in an alternate reality, he's already died. Like maybe he died instead of going to jail, and people seem to believe that. And then when he died, in our reality now, people are surprised and they're like, I thought he already died.
Okay, I do know how to say that. I just saw the word pseudoscientific and freaked out because I was like, how the fuck do you say that? Then I realized what it was. Yeah, I was like, what? So yeah, it's the belief that some differences between one's memories and the real world are caused by changes to past events in the timeline.
Well, and so, like...
Caused by accidental, or many believers believe it is caused by accidental travel between alternate universes.
So there's, I don't know if you guys had this candy in the UK.
I'm interested where this is going in relation to this.
Well, no, so this is like part of it is they're like little tropical flavored candies, and I'm trying to say it without saying the name because I want you to like guess it.
Skittles.
No, but they were like oblong shape. It was like
jelly beans?
Close to jelly beans, but like there's like Mike was the first. Like Mike and Ike's. No, you didn't have them.
Not that I know of. Maybe in a generation before me.
No, so.
Stop eating things out of the trash. I'll give you back this rather than that. There's an antler downstairs. Go eat that.
and I don't remember which way it goes, but like, excuse me, there's people that remember the logo of Mike and Ike being like Mike, N apostrophe
Like
Ike.
loaf and jug.
Yeah, and then there's like I think what it actually is Mike, ampersand Ike.
So the one I've just read, which I was like, how does this relate? But it says, another common false memory is thinking the title of the children's book series, The Berenstain Bears.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I'd class that as a different memory or if that's just one thing that like you... It's like all those tweets that go around like, I was this many years old when I found out like this. I feel like that's more that.
Yeah.
Believing Mandela died like that is more of like a big change, but just misspelling something or thinking it's called something else.
Well, I mean, there's
like EA Sports. What does it say at the beginning when you start
the game?
But there's so many different things that it could possibly say. Like if you listen to it, I feel like that's more of that rather than like alternate route. Like it's just a mistake that.
Well, but it's that like idea that maybe it's like the tiniest of changes of like a different reality, you know, where it's maybe just a letter, maybe it's just like an ampersand versus an N with an apostrophe. You know, like, maybe that changes a lot of different things. But it's a cool, like, conspiracy theory.
I've never heard of this one.
I would say read up on it. It's very interesting.
There's a picture of Shaquille O'Neal further down here and I have no idea what it's about. I'm trying to figure it out.
Couldn't tell you about that one.
Accused of errors by Kazam. A movie. Oh, it was a movie starring Shaq. Okay. Something about Shazam and Kazam. I don't want to get into that too now because I'll just get distracted by reading rather than talking. But I just like saw a picture of Shaq and I had to figure out why there was Shaq on my screen. He's a big man.
Oh, he's like two of me.
He's more than two of me. I think he's like 360. Google.
Yeah, he's about two of me.
7'1".
He's gone to town on that.
Yeah. He's 7'1", 325 pounds.
Okay, so not quite, but
I mean, at the moment I'm probably like 155, so he's definitely two of me.
Not quite two of me.
He's a big man.
Yeah.
He could be an alien.
Yeah.
If there was anyone on the Earth, that's what Joe Rogan said in Hid when he was talking to Elon Musk. It was like, if there was one person of high intelligence who got put on this Earth and like was just trying to fix this, I would believe it was you. And having listened to him talking, I like haven't really listened to interviews by him. I've seen what he said, seen what he's tweeted and stuff, but I've never just sat down and listened to him. Watching him like process things and how he responds and like ignores parts of things and takes what he thinks is important, like his ideas. He's not human. He's ridiculous.
I just love how he plays to the mob.
Oh yeah.
Like on Twitter, he like plays to the mob and like uses memes and like uses his social status and his like economic status to like.
Do you know it's his brother who owns the kitchen?
Really?
So wait, you weren't in that class. So when I was in leading high performance teams with, who was the teacher you always loved? The woman who was useless but a great teacher. You loved the crazy one. Slightly Indian, I want to say.
Oh, yeah.
What's her name? That sounds racist, but I think she is Indian actually. She spoke on in class.
Very Indian.
What's her name?
I don't remember.
She took high performance. She has a ridiculous name.
Yeah.
It was. I always like.
Great. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure. Here, I know I have my schedule.
But yeah, so his brother Kimball Musk, came and spoke, and he was one of the people we could go to for extra credit.
I remember him coming.
But yeah, he's the owner of the kitchen. And I think there's a kitchen in Boulder too, which might have been the first one. But he must be in and around Colorado somewhere, I think. Well, he owns like businesses here, but yeah, that's Elon's brother.
Interesting.
And I remember one of the questions, I don't know where I saw it was something like, I think it was to him, not Elon. It's like, how much like has your brother helped you or something? It's like, nothing really. I can't just do more like, if I needed money, I could go ask him, but like, I'm doing all right. What was her name?
Oh, I'm almost there.
I'm thinking of the someone in athletics, so I know it's not that name. It's not Pamela. It's not an Indian name. Because she runs so many great speakers for us.
I don't know if it is.
With her, we had founders of Otterbox, the current president and former president of Otterbox coming and talking to us.
And then also...
We had Sonny Lupick coming in and talking to us.
The Montforts.
No, but I know them.
Well, they came in and talked at the business school.
Oh, they did come. I didn't go. That was the same
Okay.
year. I didn't go to that. But I know their son-in-law.
Really?
He works. So a guy... hopefully working for is married to someone in that family.
Yeah. Okay, I can't find it. She's a great lady.
Oh, that's going to really annoy me.
teacher.
I think I can still log into Canvas. So I'm going to go see if I can find
Just
it.
go to the business school website.
Oh, true, yeah.
She's a
Actually, if this lets me log in, then I think I have my last classes on here.
She's a management professor.
She is. No, it's not there. No. But yeah, what other conspiracies do you... There's a really bad transition, but... What other ones do you... Is there any that you want to believe in? Not necessarily what ones you want to believe in, but is there any that you want to believe are conspiracies?
I don't know. I've seen... One I just saw, like this...
Do you want to believe the DIA one?
Maybe not. It's a pretty, like, dark conspiracy.
Lumina.
Yeah, Lumina Albert.
Lumina Albert.
Yes.
She is a wonderful lady.
Very, very nice lady. Very great teacher. She cares about her students a lot.
And also, just while we're here, I'll shout out Bill Schuster as well.
Oh,
I mentioned him last podcast as well.
Yeah.
Bill's a great guy.
Bill Schuster.
There's many others, but...
Very good teacher. He also really cares about his students.
Yeah.
And he's probably one of the smartest people I've ever met.
He's also completely honest with his students.
Yes.
If he put something on the test and then completely forgot to teach you about it, he will give you full credits for that question because you don't know about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's that kind of teacher. Not the DIA one.
No, okay, so I just saw this.
See, you can keep this in your mind, but I only know generally American conspiracies. And I was like, I wonder if there's any about England. Looked them up. Apparently there's a bunch.
Really?
I've never heard of them.
I'm sure there's a whole bunch about, like, the royal family and...
It's not more that. I feel like a lot of them are, like, serial killer, like, kind of ones.
Well, Jack the Ripper, would he be a conspiracy theory?
I don't know if he comes up. God, this is just a list of conspiracy theories in general. Black helicopters. The hell's that? The Malaysian Airlines.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Did you see the thing about the guy who... Honestly, no, Cardiff bought him. Cardiff bought a player from a team in France. On his flight to Cardiff, plane disappears.
No.
Like 2 days ago. I don't know.
What?
I'm going to have to look up to see, because they suspended the search last night because they hadn't... Higuain's gone to Chelsea.
Has he really?
Yeah, it's completed.
Damn.
And the Crystal Palace keeper, or old keeper, just got charged with using a Nazi salute, apparently.
Oof.
Look. Salah search suspended for 9, no hope of finding missing footballer alive. Yeah, it was like him and the pilot on the plane, that was it. Bought him for 15 million, just disappears on his way to the club.
Really?
And I hate asking this question, but I asked it in the office. I was like, do you get a refund because he didn't arrive? Like, do you still pay the club? Like, I know you're both going to be wanting, and it's terrible. But for a club that small, 15 million for someone's a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
And they could go buy someone.
You actually use that 50 million, yeah. That is interesting.
But yeah, he disappeared. I think it is. So it's almost like, I say almost morning, it's like 3 a.m. in England. So it happened. So last night was when they suspended the search. And they've suspended it again, but they haven't found him. But it's like this tiny little plane, and it was the Channel Islands police that was like contracted to like search him, because that's kind of where they thought they'd gone missing. I guess like last contact or something.
It's crazy that in this day and age, with all the technology we have.
I didn't know that was a conspiracy. Carry on.
Oh, well, that planes can go missing.
Because we have that much technology. You can hide. Okay. That's the one thing that terrifies me, that the government can literally do whatever they want and we won't know. I mean, the Russian people who kill people in England, the worst excuses ever, and they're just sent back to Russia because we can't do anything, and you're not going to question Russia. Russia still terrifies me. Deepwater Horizon's apparently a conspiracy.
Do you believe in it?
No answer for that one. I didn't know that was a conspiracy.
Wait, what is this?
The film Deepwater Horizon. The one with... I swear it's Marky Mark.
I don't know if
is in the film. I haven't seen it, but... So yeah, the multiple conspiracy theories pertain to the fatal oil rig destruction. It's on... I don't know what to say, it's on Netflix now, but... Alleging sabotage by those seeking to promote environmentalism. Or a strike by North Korean and Russian submarines.
I do know what that...
That's two very different things. Alleging sabotage by those seeking environmentalism, or a strike by North Korean and Russian submarines. Not on the same level. Normally there's like a general route that conspiracies go down.
They're like, we're going to give any plausible explanation here.
Apparently there's one about New Coke as well, but I don't want to read about that one. No, so going down the list, the Malaysian Airlines, and apparently there's a Korean one that went, and a cargo flight. I'm guessing that's just chemtrail. Oh, so aviation.
The chemtrails.
What is that one?
Oh, so like when you see like jet trails in the sky.
Oh, that is them like chemically dropping stuff on us.
Yeah, I think South Park made an episode about it.
What's the one about black helicopters?
Let me try to find this one.
Okay, so the first person who brought it up, that's the dog.
Hello.
Was the John Birch Society to like the UN's, and then it came back under Bill Clinton. Phantom helicopters appeared in the UK's. There's only one of us. The UK in 1970s apparently. But then, so yeah, you go down to economics and society. The New World Order, which I'm guessing is just Illuminati kind of thing.
That's
Denver
probably,
Airport.
Yeah.
Who's George Soros? Freemasonry's one there.
Oh gosh.
Oost-Akil. I don't know what that one is.
What is that?
There's but like Freemasonry, New World Order, and Denver Airport. Heard of them? Who the hell is George Soros?
I'm trying to find this one.
Used his wealth to promote various political, social, educational, scientific grants. So they kind of just think he's the political backing for a lot of people, I feel like. This one's not even in English, so I don't know if I'm going to read this.
Okay. So there's this one. It's one I saw literally this week, and it's about Donald Trump.
The fact that he did the exact same salute as he did in South Park?
No.
That's fucking weird. No, Simpsons, sorry, not South Park. That's fucking weird. If you haven't seen that, look up that video.
Well, the whole Simpsons Illuminati...
Everything the Simpsons have said is like come true. It's ridiculous.
Weird. But so there's another one, and apparently in the...
Which makes me think that like they were just bored, and then like there's a new world order, Freemasonry type thing where they do control the world, and they're just going, yeah, that'll be fun. Like, we'll copy the Simpsons. I feel like that's how it's planned out.
It could be. But so apparently there's a book in the Library of Congress written in 1893 called... what is it called? The Marvelous Underground Journey, written by Baron Trump, which should sound familiar because it's Donald Trump's son.
Oh, is that his name? I didn't know.
Yeah. So it's his...
Does he only have one son? Or does he have multiple?
Wait.
Because like, that's not his son's name that I know of.
Yeah, it's his youngest son.
He's like 4?
He's born in 2006.
Oh, geez, so he's 13.
Yeah. But so apparently in the book...
I mean, you can have several names. You can have people with the same names.
Yeah, but in the book he has
God, that's terrible. I wouldn't know in a minute.
Mentor named Don. So you're like, all right. But the book takes place in Russia.
Okay, I can see the link.
You're like, all right, there you go. And then 4 years later, the same author, Baron Trump, releases a book called The Last President.
Oh.
Yeah. And so, in The Last President, it's about a wealthy man who lives on Fifth Avenue in New York, which is where...
he has a building, I'm guessing, one of his hotels.
Trump Tower is located in New York.
Why is the one in Chicago more famous? Just because of Transformers?
I have no idea. Maybe that's where he started. I have no idea.
Because it's the one they use in Transformers. It's the one where the Decepticons, like, host Dr. McDreamy, wherever he is. Is he? I think he's McDreamy, not McSteamy. Grey's Anatomy reference.
Yeah, I know what you're referencing. I just couldn't tell you. But so apparently, in this one, this guy runs for president, isn't supposed to win, wins, and everyone like starts rioting and like protesting and stuff. And this is like, but that is written like 124 years ago, and is pretty.
Does it give a date? That would be weird.
No, it doesn't give a date, but it's like eerily similar.
I mean, it has to be related, surely.
Yeah, and just like another.
Well, no, as in like the family.
I don't think it's that related, but
I bet someone did it on a false name.
I don't know, but
because wasn't it his granddad that started the whole Trump hotel thing, or like made money for them, not his dad?
I don't.
I want to say it was two above or something. That might be completely wrong, but if it is. Would you say 1820 something or like 1890 something?
1890. 19.
It's not far off.
Yeah.
Because he's got to be, he's what, 60?
I think he's 70.
So his dad, so he was born in the 50s.
Yeah, so that'd probably be
So his dad was born at least in the 30s. It could be his great-granddad kind of era, maybe the one generation above, depending on, I know, age. Yeah.
But, and then also another coincidence in that book is when that president is hiring like their staff, they hire this guy named Leif Pence.
I thought you were gonna say that one of them came under investigation.
Oh no! But they hire
that would have been weird.
They hire a guy named Leif Pence, and for like the cabinet, and I mean Mike Pence. It's spelled the same last name.
Yeah. Well, no. So the next one after, what was the one above about the Freemasonry? So economic society goes to espionage, Israel animal spying. Don't know what that is. Harold Wilson, which I'm pretty sure is very close to the name in House.
Maybe.
Malala Yousafzai. I feel like I know that name. I don't know why. The poisoning of Sergei and Yulia Skripal, which is a really recent one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Next one, ethnicity, race, and religion. I'm just going to read off what's there. Anti-Semitism, anti-Armenianism, anti-Bahamaism, anti-Catholicism, anti-Christ, Bible and Jesus, Islam, racism.
It's all fake.
How is racism a conspiracy? That is the most elaborate, like more elaborate than Jesus.
I cannot imagine any world that would be conspiracy.
I don't know what Bahaism either. Like Armenianism being against Armenian people? I don't know why that would be a thing, but sure. Anti-Bahama people?
How is it spelled?
Baha, B-A-J-A, and then ism, apostrophe ism.
Yeah, probably like Bahamans.
We'll open up and check. But after that, no, like Area 51 list them off. It just says extraterrestrials. How many links could you have under that? They just haven't done it. So anti-Bahamism, the Iran's Baha'i minority is the target of a lot of conspiracy theories.
Oh, have you heard the one where...
Is that just... I don't know, because that's Iran, not even Iraq. I was going to say, is that like the whole conspiracy that they started those wars? That like the US and Russia started the wars in Iraq and stuff. Yeah. And, no. Hussein was the one who was meant to be, that was run by the US government. Yeah. I was going to say Gaddafi, but that's not the right one. Who was before Hussein? Bin Laden? Is he really the one before?
I don't...
Hussein was the biggest. No. He must have been the biggest name.
No.
Apart from Bin Laden.
Bin Laden died after Saddam Hussein, I believe.
Did he? Was Bin Laden after? Because Hussein was the, uprising of the Middle East, I feel like, in terrorism. He was, the poster boy of terrorism.
I think...
That's a weird way to put it.
You should check me on this, but I think Osama bin Laden, started in politics a lot before Saddam Hussein, but Saddam Hussein died before Osama bin Laden.
It was... years of service. I was like, that's not right. He might have started in politics. Let's see. Does it have it?
Just see. When did he die?
He died in 2011.
Okay.
Which is after Hussein. Because Hussein was... I don't remember it happening, but I know I can remember it happening.
So, Bin Laden's SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, which I still haven't seen that. You know what I haven't seen that I watched part of the day and I now want to see 13 Hours.
I haven't seen that either.
It's the people in Benghazi.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Benghazi thing's about. Like, I gathered part of it from the film, but I haven't seen it. Watched the part of it I saw. Looked a great film. Have you seen... Oh, what's it called? The one that came out this year. Like, the first 13 people were back into Afghanistan after 9/11.
No.
Oh, what's that called?
But I actually just recently finished a book,
Because that's a great film.
Where Men Win Glory, and that's about Pat Tillman.
Who's Pat Tillman?
He was an NFL player that, like, after 9/11 decided to go serve as a Army Ranger.
Oh.
He died over there in combat. Actually, he died from...
12 Strong, that's what it's called. It was the 12 people. But it's the first American soldiers back in after 9/11.
Okay.
And it's Chris Hemsworth, the lead.
Okay.
But it's very good film for anyone who hasn't watched it. It came out last year, but it's a hell of a film put together. And
I'll have to watch it.
I love those types of films that come out with the now declassified like true story and they're allowed to sell it, basically. They're all great.
Well, you should read...
This is like Lone Survivors.
Yeah.
And stuff. Like, they're all great.
You should read Where Men Win Glory, because it's like one of those books that you read and then you kind of like... They tell you the truth about what happened with the government and how much they try to cover it up.
You should read Sniper 1. It's a British sergeant sniper out in... I think it's back in Iraq. I'll check that part, but he's basically a sniper and he's just posted out there and it's his tour, basically.
Really?
So yeah, it's in Iraq. It's in 2004. He wrote it, or when it's written about. He published it in 2007. But it's basically about his time as being a sniper thing, like how they get left on a rooftop and just have to be there, and they're in like middle of enemy territory, come under night, and they have to wait for these tanks to like 3 days away. And it's a great. It was the first book that won like a children's book that I read.
Really?
And I hate reading. There's only like 5 books that I've actually read that aren't children's books. It's a great book. And then at the end, my favorite part about it, I think, is at the end, he comes back and he's in a pub. And there's a news story about like what he basically just did. And he can hear people talking about it, like as they talk about it. Like he's just there having a pint. And I can't remember what it says about it, but it's like him there listening to people talk about him. And it's just like, that's how it is. People don't know what...
Oh, yeah.
But one of the best parts is the Americans come up, and like the British have the standard. We have SA-80s, I think at that point, maybe Mark II and like the L96 sniper, and then the Americans come with their decked out M4s. They all custom order stuff to be put on. Come with the Barrett 50 cal. They give it to them to like watch over for the night, and they wake up in the morning and all like the armor piercing rounds are gone because the British guys have just fired them at stuff in the night because they're like, this is great. We're just gonna have fun because they just get standard stuff. They're not allowed to do that kind of stuff. But that's a great book. I love those films. God. Government, Politics and Conflict. Illuminati. False Flag Operations. Don't know what that one is. 9/11. Sandy Hook. Clintons. Barack Obama. FEMA. African National Congress. Cultural Marxism. Deep State. Sutherland Springs.
Oh, there's too many to go around.
Sutherland Springs? It's the last links. It must be the most recent. The hell is that about? Or Deep State. What's the conspiracy about Barack?
I couldn't tell you.
Sutherland Springs. Oh, the church shooting.
Okay.
In 2017. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that one.
What's Deep State? Something about the Middle East and North African politics as a basis of truth being known in the US. Don't know what that is. Clintons, I don't need to look at that one. I know what that's going to be. Don't know what false flag is, but Barack Obama. He was a puppet government of wealthy elite. I mean, aren't all presidents puppets of the wealthy? Because otherwise they can't run for presidency.
That's probably... It'd say the same under the Clintons.
Except maybe Trump, because he does have money.
Yeah.
The Clintons like got backing from Bill and then they've kind of kept that money. His came from a different way. Like the next evolution, I feel like, would be like Paris Hilton as president.
Oh, God.
False flag operations are covert operations designed to appear as if they were being carried out by other entities. Oh. So it's everything that's under that.
Yeah.
So Pearl Harbor, Oklahoma City, Madrid, the Gulf of Tonkin, don't know what that is. But then, yeah, all of the ones about the CIA, Hillary Clinton, all of them. So everything. Yeah, that covers a lot. There's ones in medicine? Oh, vaccination. God. Not a... What's the word? Conspiracy. I mean, that is what has to be one of the most ridiculous things. Because now all of those... Wasn't it this year that the story, or maybe last year now technically, that the kids that didn't get vaccinations all came out with like smallpox or something and they brought it back because they didn't have their vaccinations?
Did you see, actually this happened very recently in Portland, someone that wasn't vaccinated got measles and went to a Portland Timbers game.
And gave them everyone there?
Sorry, Portland Trailblazers. And there's like 19 people infected with measles now.
Yeah.
Directly stemming from that.
That is one of the most ridiculous ones I've ever heard. There are some stupid ones. What I'm sad is the moon one's not on here.
Oh, the moon landing.
Moon's not on here. Neither presidency being assassinated is on here.
Yeah.
The New England Patriots is on here, though.
Gotta love sports in America.
What? Like, it just says boxing in general. I don't know what sugar is. Rigged selection processes. 1984 Pepsi 400. I'm going to have to look at that because I have no idea. Ronaldo in the 1998 World Cup. New England Patriots. I don't know what the Ronaldo one is either. The Patriots I can guess. It probably came after Deflategate or something.
Deflategate or the
1984. So it was Daytona. It was a NASCAR race. That's boring. Don't care about that one. Oh, the fact that Ronaldo suffered a convulsive fit and he was removed from the lineup 72 minutes before the match, which stunned the world media. And I'm guessing they lost?
I'd assume.
Oh, so people think he was, induced into it.
Like someone gave him something?
I from what I'm reading, I think that's basically what it says, yeah. Which would be sucky if that's true.
Yeah.
It's been involved in numerous conspiracy theories.
You never know.
Oh, even the one against Atlanta. Really? That can't... I mean, it can be a conspiracy because technically anything can be, but that's ridiculous. No. What are the big ones? The president's, like...
Yeah, these
which one, who's is the worst? It's JFK's is the worst, isn't it?
Yeah.
JFK, the moon, the Middle East in general, and all of that arms dealing.
I feel like that's not even a conspiracy, though. It's like, what does the government end up letting out at this point? Because
Are you thinking, like, did we supply the weapons, or did we cause the person that runs it? Like, did we back him to run it?
Well, we obviously have supplied the weapons.
Well, yeah, that's proven
That's
fact
a fact.
at this point, I'm pretty sure.
It is a proven fact. We supplied the weapons to help.
Well, it's that film that Tom Cruise was in.
Well, to help the Taliban.
The old CIA guy who had to pilot, like the pilot guy.
Yeah. Well, to help the Taliban defeat Russia.
Yeah.
In Afghanistan. And then they used the weapons against us when we went to Afghanistan and Iraq.
Which is just basically Iron Man.
If you want to call it that.
I'm trying to find the British conspiracy theory ones, because there are some weird ones on here. The best royal conspiracy theories.
Did you see the whole, the Queen was going to die on the 5th of January?
No. Oh, Rupture has to be one of the best. Is that a conspiracy theory?
I don't know.
What was it, 2012, the Mayan calendar? No, that wasn't the Rupture. That was just the world ending. The Rupture was 2014, wasn't it?
Oh, the Rapture?
Yeah, not Rupture. The Rupture's a bit far down.
Yeah. The Rapture, I think, was 2012.
Was that the same one as the Mayan? Was that the calendar ending one?
The Y2K. I think that's all.
Y2K always throws me off because I'm pretty sure that was the wall of Chris Jericho's name in WWE was Y2K. So I just get his theme song in my head going. That's John Cena.
I know.
I'd play music, but I don't want to get copyrighted. God, conspiracy theories are weird.
There's so many. You can't. I mean, one podcast isn't enough.
Well, that's why I was like, which ones do you believe in?
I don't
which
know.
Ones, or do you think could be true?
They all have like just enough facts.
Because the two that
just
I've
enough evidence where you're
heard
like,
most
maybe.
about on Joe Rogan were JFK and the moon landing. The moon landing, he was like, I can have it both ways in my head. I now am in the middle. I don't choose a side because I've seen everything. I've read so much on it and heard so much about it. The JFK one, he had I want to say ex-CIA guy. He was like, if it was us... Oh, actually, he basically said it can't have been us because no one in the CIA can keep secrets and we know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean it's not American government, but it means it's not...
CIA.
See, do you believe someone that says that, though? Because you always... like all these films, and I'm sure all of these like secret operations do happen where it's literally... We look at Shooter, where it's only the head of the... It's like the head of... It's like the Secretary of Defense, an ex-British military contract guy... And no one else knows. They've just been heard that this is an issue, so they go do it, or they try and make money for someone else. You wouldn't know if it was one person in the CIA. If it was the CIA that ordered the death, I don't think it's that. Because they would know, but...
I feel like a lot of things, maybe 20 years down the line, we look back and we're like, we have conclusive evidence, you know. But no matter what, it always has to start with someone questioning.
Well, that's like all of the... It was one of my favourite podcasts I listened to with him, actually. It was a ex-death row convict who got convicted of a murder and rape that he didn't commit. When DNA testing first came out, he applied, the sample got spilt. So there wasn't enough to test back then. Because it was like 95 when DNA testing first came out. Like 10 years later, whatever, he... DNA testing was obviously better. Someone wrote to him, or he wrote to someone. They were like, "Yeah, we can test this now," because it was a smaller sample, but they had the ability to now test that. He eventually got out and he's changed his life around. It's a massive emotional story. After he got left out, like he came to England to the girl he was in love with while he was in prison. They had a kid. That kid died in the middle of the night, and people tried to pin on him. It was like, this is literally all I ever lived for. Why would I do this? It's a really emotional podcast, really serious, horrible to listen to in some aspects. Yeah. But it was one of my favorite ones because it's just like, because DNA, like the technology advancement, like shown in that, like DNA testing when it first came out, applied, mysteriously got, like stuff does that, like that does happen, I'm sure. Then got out and then all this stuff that happened to him, but it's like, but back in the 60s, you can't really DNA test a murder or anything like.
Yeah.
Almost, that film's basically Shooter. Like the JFK death is basically Shooter. I feel like pinned it on someone. It was really like everyone was like it was certain it was him.
Yeah.
And then he actually died though. It wasn't Mark Wahlberg. Just fucking shit up.
Never know.
I don't know. We'll end it now because I feel like we've been talking for hours. So we're going through quickfire questions as always. What is the most ridiculous thing you spend or waste money on?
Booze.
Fair enough. Favorite TV show at the moment?
Favorite at the moment? Meat Eater. It's a hunting show.
Oh. Netflix or like TV?
No, it's on Netflix. The last 2 seasons.
Biggest letdown of last year?
Biggest letdown? Patriots win the Super Bowl.
How many books did you read last year?
How many books? Probably like 20 to 30.
What would your talent be in a pageant?
In a pageant?
Yes.
Disappointing everyone. That would be my talent. Wow, we've never been so disappointed in someone.
But how would you disappoint them?
Or
it's just instant disappointment. You just walk out.
I just walk out and they're like, wow, we're so disappointed.
And then last one, how did we meet?
Through Nick.
Was it a party?
No, it is...
Did we meet in Collin's room? Durwood?
No, I think we met... Actually...
We must have met freshman year.
Yeah, either we met in Nick's room or probably my room.
Oh, because you were in the towers as well, weren't you?
No, I was over in... Where was I?
Corbett?
No, the old shitty one.
Oh, Newsom.
Yeah, Newsom.
No, because I only went to Newsom once, and it wasn't for you.
Okay. I don't know then.
If we didn't meet, it must have been sophomore year then. But no, I definitely knew you before that.
Yeah.
Because beginning of sophomore year when we built the beer pong table.
Yeah.
Some point in freshman year, then through Nick. Eventually.
Yeah, through Nick.
What's your Instagram? Plug it at the end.
At CJ Ochwat. He's gonna have to spell it for me.
Is yours that basic?
Yeah.
No underscores or anything? I like mine. Mine's just my name. Mine's Isaac Cox. Just straight up because I got it so early and didn't use it for like 4 years. But as always, that is the end. So if you enjoyed the podcast, please share it with your friends because I'd love to get more listeners. If you want to come on the podcast and you have an interesting story to tell, you want to talk about anything, please let me know. And if not, as always,